Hey guys, and welcome to part 1 of my series, which is Creative Critical Reflection. My name is Sayed Saidali, and today I'll be answering the question: how does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? Well, first of all, let me give you all a quick description uh, of my media portfolio film. A teenager develops hatred and becomes emotionally disturbed after an incident that changed his life forever. While enjoying basketball practice session with his classmates, he was severely beaten, bullied, and cursed at for accidentally losing grip of the ball, which hit a bunch of hooligan seniors. So basically, I wrote this film in a way to showcase stereotypical behavior of bullies who are just waiting to hurt someone, whether emotionally, psychologically, or physically, without any clear reasoning behind it, and the negative impacts that an individual typically faces while being bullied. Explain the initial steps and all the theoretical work that I did before coming up with the story. And I basically did some research in which I prepared a questionnaire regarding people's genre preferences. Moreover, this was also a way to get to know the audience that I would later on be addressing to and share my content with. So basically, after the research was conducted and the results were compiled, I decided that my film would feature the thriller genre. But you must first understand the general idea of thrills covers a number of various subgenres such as spy thriller, action thriller, psychological thriller, and so on. And since the thriller genre is able to be matched with namely every other genre, the list of thriller subgenres expands every day. So for my film, I opted to go for and use psychological thriller, which would be the main genre for my film. Now, let's talk about the conventions of the thriller genre itself. Thrillers are often dramas that are full of physical or psychological conflict. The writers are not as concerned about the emotions of people in the story as they are about putting those characters in danger and the mood they elicit that keep you wondering what will happen next. They give viewers heightened feelings of suspense, excitement, surprise, anxiety, and so on, that forces the viewer to question reality. Every genre has a core emotion, the reason audiences are attracted to the type of story you're telling. The core emotion in thriller is excitement. Thrillers also usually have a main character who is slowly isolated from the people they once trusted and relied on. The betrayal might thrust the protagonist into a new worldview. They have to work alone to defend themselves and face the antagonists or the unjust society. My story features a similar plotline in which I play the role of the victim as the male lead. And as you can see in the film's opening sequence, I'm slowly betrayed by my friends who, turned their back on me and they let me get beaten up and abused, physically abused by the bullies, who are clearly the antagonists. And moreover, they're literally promoting the slogan of bullying in high school, which clearly showcase and define the behavior of bullies to be a deviant and unjust way of treating other individuals and harming them in more ways than one. This actually points towards another convention of the thriller genre, which is that thriller genres must have a victim and a perpetrator. And there are certain events that lead the protagonist to become that victim. The writers like to use emotive language in an attempt to make the audience somewhat relate to the character. There is basically a clear point of no return within the plot of the story. It's a moment when the protagonist knows they can never go back to the way things used to be. There must be a precise moment when the protagonist's world is knocked out of alignment. And moreover, the title itself usually hints towards what the story will bring forth as the plot will further develop. This is what I try to adapt and incorporate in my film, as to which I showed a clear point when just a minor mishap caused the protagonist to become the victim of the bully's misconduct, and this led to his entire world being shattered. Moreover, my title, The Victim's Diary, hints towards what future events will be showcased in the story and how it will develop in a sense. This also helps the audience get an idea of what the story might be about, and it helps the title link with the genre itself in a way, so as to speak. I also made sure to make the actors who are playing the roles of the bullies to exhibit smirky and arrogant expressions during the shooting of the scene in order to help make the audience understand that these bullies don't care about other people's and other individuals' feelings. They're more interested in their own satisfaction and amusement while hurting others and not caring about the after effects of what their actions might cause or lead to. Now, if you change the slide, you'll find part 2 of this question, in which I use an example of any well known thriller genre film and analyze and compare it with my own film's opening sequence to help the audience get a clearer picture of what the conventions of a thriller genre are and help gain a better idea and understanding of what my film features and how it fits in to the thriller genre itself. So thanks for watching part 1, and I hope that you like part 2 as well and find it as much informative and creative as this one. Thanks for watching.